Alright, how's everyone doing today? Hope things are well. What we got going on? Oh, Sienna did manage to make it first in. I thought I saw Fizz there first, but apparently not. Under the wire. Good to see you guys. How are things going? It looks like there's probably something I missed as well. Let's...
Fizz said, "Nah, I probably will not be first in anymore."
see if... Yes. Get the game on to do the...
I can't maneuver.
Stay on target.
We're too close.
Stay on target.
Only 5 months. Long.
Thank you very much for the resub, Fizz. I'm sure you got better places to put. But, I can understand wanting to not deal with the ads. Yeah, and I understand you have other things going on than sitting by.
I do not Twitch really anymore, lol. Basically just drop in here.
Well, then I'm very happy that you do manage to.
So you take
drop
my
by
Prime
once in a
sub.
while. Much appreciated there, buddy. Yeah, life has a habit of getting in the way once you have to prioritize certain things, so totally get it. I don't know what I'm doing here tonight, honestly. It's mostly I think I said something about doing more stuff tonight, so I don't really have a plan.
Sienna said, "I guess we can finally say that. You're on. Your Prime now purple."
Oh, Sienna, you trying to compete with Lance or something? We'll get Lance to, educate you. All right, so we did the mining stuff yesterday. I'll probably pull the refinery job and see what we got from it. I may or may not take it back
LOL.
to Lorville. We'll see. And then what are we doing after that? I might pull out the Aurora Mark II and take a look at that since it's still on sale with the starter pack, and would highly encourage anybody that, obviously not you guys, but like anybody else who comes across this stream later, if they're not in Star Citizen yet, the new Aurora Mark II starter pack is definitely a good value right now. Lifetime insurance and 25% off, so access Star Citizen for free.
I'm still
effectively.
not home, so you got time before we potentially start them off if you want to see it.
Yeah, Sienna, that was kind of what I was thinking. If the timing works out, then we could probably definitely look at doing a little bit of moth work tonight. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to stream tomorrow. Although that doesn't rule out entirely some gameplay in the verse, depending. We'll see. Anyway, there's no point in belaboring the point, is there?
Might not before 9:30 to be honest with you. That give you plenty of time for PTU and all.
at the news for the patch. Still really kind of irritated about this whole Nix 1 terraforming thing. I really, really hope they do the Star Trek 3. I mean, it is Genesis after all. Do the Star Trek 3 thing and put it back to its previous sun-scorched glory. With the leftover archaic mining site shelters. The thing is too close to the sun or the local star, so if they allow Nix 1 to be terraformed and so casually, it belies the need for Synth World, because it would instantly give humanity Nix 2, which they obviously don't want to change. But Nix 2, Baker 2, I think, Sol 2 / Venus, and I think there's a fourth. There's at least 4 smog worlds, i.e. Venus analogs, well, including Venus itself, that would suddenly become instantly terraformable. It's like, well, why are you building Synth World then if you can just instantly terraform a bunch of other things, right? 4 brand new worlds and within a year and a half would all of a sudden,
Hello.
and with no major infrastructure needing to be built, like, why would you bother with the regular terraforming at all? Where am I going? Yeah, we gotta go down to the refinery deck. But let's pop over to the
I know
hangars.
why. They will say, because we can.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Because we can? Yeah, I mean, lore-wise, it would completely destroy any requirement for Synth Worlds. It would defeat the purpose of the conflict of Vandal, because it's like, well, how about we just terraform easily a bunch of holes for you, and you can just go and reuse the places that you've already
For the terraforming
destroyed.
stuff you mentioned.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's too close to the star, so it doesn't make any sense. I mean, they went through all the effort of getting, you know, exoplanet scientists and whatnot, and the latest and greatest research sort of tried to meld it into the star map and the lore where they could. So it wasn't completely out to lunch. And Nix 1 just completely destroys all of that, so. 42 sent to SCU. This is going to be an interesting set of boxes. I guess wow, with only 42 SCU, I probably could have used my Cuddy Black. Okay, the raft will be easier to unload. did I leave in the some gadgets, like a couple of mining hits. I think I'll leave the crafter here. Actually, I'll leave the mining hits here too. I guess I should bring up the mall. Grab the box. 'Cause I might need to force warp the mall. Which means I shouldn't leave stuff on
Welcome
board.
to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Haha. I'm in the laundry room doing laundry and someone is playing SC on a gaming laptop, lol.
Stand by.
Oh yeah? Someone not related to your particular apartment then? Well, the
This said, calling in an airstrike on your current location.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Come on.
Sienna said, all right. Leaving the place, lol.
They're playing Star Citizen, you should find out, you know,
Not related at all.
what they
Don't even know the person, lol.
I'm sorry. That is an invalid request. Your phase
What do you
visitor
mean invalid request? Okay. No, the should get their tag and then you can figure out whether or not to get them in or team up in the verse with them. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. It's not showing any damage anymore. That's nice.
Oh boy, he must have just started. He literally only have the MK2 lol.
Perfect. Player after my own heart. Because really, if you got the MK2,
to the ASOP
what
Vehicle
else do you really
Retrieval
need?
System.
And he's struggling to figure out where to go, lol. Should I help?
Absolutely.
LOL.
Your vehicle has been
Can show them to the channel, show them to the org. Just show him how to get out of whatever hole he's dug himself into. Say, nice to meet you. I am your local whale. Okay, where's the cargo? Okay, there it is. That's kind of weird that they would stack it back.
With
to
all due
front.
respect, I'll show him my orc first, then yours. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm your local whale that knows much of other whales overseas. Lol.
My texts are very delayed due to my bad internet FYI.
Yeah, no worries.
Fizz said, overseas.
I know, right, Fizz? Calling it overseas is... Oh man, there's jokes about that. I won't bother putting them on stream, but...
Maybe over some damn mountains.
Sienna said, so if they sound out of context, sorry for that.
Alright. We're gonna go to Lorville. Be kinda cool. It's not often you meet other Star System players in real life, so it's one thing to welcome in players. Apparently, the guy we raided over to was talking about how friendly Star
Lance said,
System
"Hi,
players
everyone.
were. At least
How
that's what
goes?"
Lance was telling me. Hey, Lance, how's it going? We were just,
Fizz said, hey, Lance.
I was just relaying what you were telling me
Sienna said, hey Lance.
about the guy we raided over to last night. And how they found it notable how friendly Star Citizen, the Star Citizen community was in terms of helping out new players. Hey, don't knock the reputation when...
Fizz said, friendly at cutting you down to a stump.
Well, no, you got to get them in first and coach them that false sense of security, and then you gank them mercilessly in Pyro. It's all about order of operations. Like how you always pillage before you burn.
Sienna said, too much effort.
Quantum fuel, 75%.
Well, this thing is a bit of a gas guzzler now, isn't it? I didn't think it was that far away. First in the mech L2? Or L5? Oh, maybe. Okay. No, that's fair.
Quantum travel complete.
Just put it this way. We're big assholes, but our heart is at the right place, lol.
And that already is way too much effort.
What? Being nice? Or pillaging before
Fizz said,
burning?
you guys put in effort?
Alright. I don't know what he's talking about, Fizz. I really don't.
Quantum travel engaged.
Oh, I was telling Buddy last night because he was talking about upgrading his Mark II to a Cuddy Black, which is a brilliant choice. Absolutely. But he was talking about also wanting a fighter, and it's like, well,
Sienna said, F what?
go do the exec hangers. And hopefully his buddy was able to tell him about it. I mean, makes for a bunch of FPS action for a day or two, but
The whole thing you just said about being nice first, then blah blah lol.
Quantum travel.
oh, come on, Sienna. I'm sure even you are capable of pretending to be nice for at least a little while. Oh, speed limiters.
The older I
I
get,
forgot to say
the less and less nice I want to be.
Fizz said,
I mean, that
is
is
because you
something
are
that
so old
happens.
you have less time to waste and you want to just get straight to the point.
Sienna said, that too.
Warning. Warning.
All right. Let's get our manning services here.
Quantum fuel 100%.
You ain't on to, right?
PTU, no, they haven't pushed a PTU patch at all yet for today, I think. They apparently the 4.8 Evo yesterday that they had intended didn't pass validation, so they didn't
Got ya.
aluminum average 258. Did they actually combine the aluminum then? Copper 510. Come on. Whoa, what the hell? Ah, ah. Oh, I was wondering where all the other boxes were.
If CitizenCon is back in USA this year, I'm going.
Display session 1. Alright, that was a weird little bug. We'll have to highlight that one.
If I can get ticket, obviously.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be in the US
Whoa.
this year, but yeah, that was bizarre. I was wondering how it was all, even with 42, the fact that it was all stacked up in that one corner. I think they need to look at making like 1/8 SCU boxes. That explains why you know what? With this mess, now, did he give us like one SCU of things that were like 0.3? 100%? So I'm pretty sure we did not start with like a ton of these materials. It was like 3 Centa SCU in some cases. But it seems that the refinery kind of rounds up to one SCU whenever it puts stuff into a box. It's kind of surprising it doesn't do like the 1/8.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Okay, but then this shows the boxes as being the proper sizes. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, before I put that down, let's throw all the mining stuff in there.
There did the work for you.
Yeah, so it needs at least a 1 SCU box to put it, but it does preserve the amounts internally, even if it doesn't reveal it on the UI or the tractor beam.
Oh, hey black_intellect_gaming. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
I don't think your method of unloading earlier was OSHA approved.
No, it definitely was. Well, I wasn't expecting it to explode boxes all over the place. So. Black Intellect Gaming, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the target package. Happy Friday to you, dude.
Sienna said,
How's it going?
according to OSHA, you always need to anticipate your surrounding while working, LOL.
Okay, looked like one box.
Hello, Intellect.
Why would I anticipate it becoming 40 boxes? Other than that had been what I had been expecting from the initial load, so. That was actually one of the things I was surprised that it was only going to take up 46 SCU, so maybe that's why it stacked multiple boxes. It's Black Intellect Gaming.
Sienna said, because box multiply.
You obviously,
That's how 1 SCU boxes are made.
Fizz said, hey Black.
They should have grown up 4 SCU boxes get together and then make themselves a 1 SCU box. Like the rest of nature does things.
Sienna said, Wahaha. Natural selection by Charles Darwin, LOL.
Black Intellect Gaming, what's your favorite game loop? You mainline industrial guy too, or? Oh, you're really, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Sienna said,
I'm not trying to put myself in that category.
here comes
exactly,
the T800 walking noise, LOL.
Actually, I can't. I guess I can't claim that I'm not. I didn't think I'd be as into the industrial gameplay as I've ended up becoming, but yeah. It all started with the mole. Once that thing released, that was it. Yeah, I can imagine. Which bug specifically are you worried about? The part where it
Sienna
can fold
said,
up everything?
hey, welcome to
while
the
it's
club.
loaded? Or is there...
We might be buddy real fast at black_intellect_gaming.
Lance said, to think that this might not have happened if I'd never told you about this game. Tongue sticking out.
Well, that's very true, Lance. It is entirely your fault. Although, that's one of those things I don't imagine... Oh, yeah, I could see how that'd be a little bit of an issue.
Sienna said, huh, so. Once more, it's all your fault at Lance 2185.
Fizz said, so. Lance gets the bill for your SC spending?
Oh, no. Lance would never be able to afford my bills for SC. I can't afford my bills for SC.
Sienna said, so, he gets you into trouble and then backs off like, well, I am a head out? Demand Lance.
Lol.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, let's get all this
Lance
down.
said, PTHTHTHT, smiley face.
Oh, this is kind of cool. It's got the little whirligig for how much of the box it would fill up. That's a nice touch.
Sienna said, don't give me an attitude now, Lolo.
Why the heck not?
Lance said, oh, I darned well will. Smiley face though, heading to work for now, so don't burn the place down.
Sienna said, that was for Lance, you goober.
Alright, let's...
Can't make any promises, Lance.
Your
We're gonna-
insurance claim has been sent.
clean the mole because we can store the rafts. I might go for a wander, so we'll just store it for now. There's no point in bringing up another ship. in
Lance
the
said,
meantime.
Purple, keep a fire extinguisher at the ready.
Sienna said, and you'll give me an attitude anyways, Purple, so.
Well, that's because you usually deserve an attitude. Of course, now... Why didn't it bring up the fabricator?
Excuses, excuses.
Okay, magic disappearing fabricator. Awesome. And this is why I put the ship away. Because now I'm gonna have to go buy a new one. I still don't know if any of these do anything, so... Like, whatever I've managed to collect, I have no idea if it fits any of the blueprints. Or what I need for them yet, so... Weston v. Collab? Over on Kick. I mean, I don't know enough about collaborating on Kick to see whether or not that'd be any point, but how you doing, Weston? Welcome, welcome. What am I looking for? Where's the Kelto? Hey, there's a Kelto. Okay, now the Kelto. Where? Oh, where did they set up the purchase locations for this? I'm gonna have to take a friggin' train right now. Maybe I should have put the extra on board the raft for the trip back here.
Sienna said, just give us Hangar's vending machine with a cost fee to restock them already, Sig. Geez.
Hangar vending machine, cost fee to restock them. I mean, the fact that there's a Kelto right across from the hangars is an improvement. And I think that was Torsten's fault. Yay for Torsten. He was the one, I think he was the one advocating for us to not have to do a train ride every time we wanted to do something, especially now that they gave us hangar spawning. Alright, where's M and V? Oh, Tammany and Sons, that might... MNV. Isn't Tammany and Sons right near there? On the other side of MNV, there we go. Okay, let's buy a couple of these. And since we're here, Beer and Wayf. Oh, we got these same ones at L5. Such a tease. Alright. Oh, and maybe another thing we can do. Central line. Need a map. I gotta remember how to get to Central for the trade division. Central Business District, that sounds. Sounds like it might be what we want. Guess we'll find out.
Next stop, Central Station.
I think there was a vending machine, Sienna, that was like a long ago subscriber reward. Probably doesn't work in the hangars like so many other things that they put out once upon a time. Sure, they'll get them going eventually, but it's one of those long way from top of the priority list things. Like the jukebox that's supposed to play music off the file folders. Okay, so the point here is to grab some just general commodity type materials. So that said, I think they said that they're like zero quality, so it's not like it's going to be very useful for anything. Get a single shot AR4 or P4AR. Fire rate so slow you might as well be loading muskets. Let's see. Quality 0. Yeah, okay. All quality 0 stuff. We don't want to sell. All we can buy is waste. I'm pretty sure that won't fit in the crafter. Okay, never mind. Actually, I guess that would kind of make sense, since this is the place you used to come to sell all the crap that you got mining.
Everyone's got their own regs on what they will and won't accept. It's impossible to keep track anymore. I just want to bounce to somewhere in the UEE that's much simpler.
Well, it's just...
Anything interesting to report?
Oh, this was the wrong helmet to put on.
I'm one bad quarter away from joining an outfit.
Alright, we'll just sit here and eavesdrop and look entirely suspicious while we do the first intermission for a few minutes. We'll be right back.
Hi. Everything good? I'm kind of done. Unbelievable. Everyone's got their own regs on what they will and won't accept. It's impossible to keep track anymore. Just want to bounce to somewhere in the UEE that's much simpler.
So, anyway, what's going on with you?
Hello.
You really want to know? The more I hang out in Staten, the more I'm convinced that people around here are as soft as hell. It's pathetic. I sure hope that works out for you.
How you been? You good?
Was a nice day ran into an old friend from Terra.
That's how it goes,
Gotta
right?
say, kind of weird when someone from your old life is smack dab in the new one. Honestly, didn't know what to say to him.
All right. Came back and sat down and like the whole area was empty. It's like, was it something I said?
Hey.
Okay. Well, this was, I guess, a bit of a pointless trip, but
Understood. People need to get their priorities straight.
Gotta take things a day at a time, right?
Took my ship to the dealer, and they said they'll have to take the whole thing apart just to get to the bottom of it.
yeah, that sounds about right. Let's go straight for the spaceport here.
How's your shift? Everything under control? Hey there.
There's a lot of more wildline stuff going on here than I remember.
Next stop, Tisa Spaceport. Arriving, Tisa Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train. And dangerous offense.
I know there's supposed to be some performance things with the Vulcan.
Yeah, sure.
But man, the slowness of textures loading in. Like when we were still doing DX11 or 12 or whatever it was before going to Vulcan, did not have this much issue with everything being fuzzy for so long. Hopefully they'll be able to sort out whatever's causing it. That'd be nice. Saying.
Hey, what's up?
Alright, let's see if we can get Stupid Crafter come up the elevator this time. Oh no, there's two of them. Oh, you figured out where it was. How nice. And it's still open the way I left it before I stored it last time. Alright. Alright. For magazine. Alright. But apparently Festinite is useful for it, so okay. F and iron. Artite and azurite. Iron and aluminum. Okay. Or let's take a look at. We'll set this one up. Does not look like it can read the local inventory. Kind of wish they'd give us some more inventory kiosks. It'd be good if inventory plus Aesop and elevators were all kind of co-located, so I think I should be able to just leave this one in here. Regular hangar and all. Okay, I seem to already have that in place. Good. How do I close this? All right. Primary? Dead rig shotgun. Got plenty of those. Never use them. Regular P4. 4-2. Bunch of extra P8s. Throw one of those in there. Hey, Weston. What's up? Alright, well, if you're just going to keep repeating the same thing, if you're not going to if you're not okay, that's enough of you. We're gonna time you out for a bit. Just gonna keep saying the same thing but not tell me what's going on? How do we place? I don't really like this way of placing. Let's close her up. And let's see what it says for dismantling. Give us 500 quality. We can at least get the iron out of it. Is this gonna take? Oh, just a few seconds each. And poof, they're all gone. All right. All right, so plus 10% smoothness and handling, and down 10% for kick. No other advantages. Autofill with best material. Oh, and it is probably able to start. See how many, but it changes up the material or averages or whatever. Interesting. Or sent to SCU. But over here tells you how many. Oh, sent to SCU here. There's something that was talking about micro SCU, but I can't remember, or don't remember where it was. Okay, so we need to go get better stuff and or better blueprints. Here, how we're gonna do that? Realize before we run away. Yeah, see, I put on Focus 2s instead of the Focus 3s.
Sienna said, I think it's gonna be tight for SC tonight for me. I'm just now heading home.
That's okay, Sienna. Hopefully you made a new friend on it. No worries about it. I'm not sure we would have had time anyway either.
But I am available tomorrow if you wanna try the moth or whatever else we wanna do.
Yes, you know, like I was saying, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but we might be able to jump into the game and at least do the moth testing and whatnot. So no worries about that. And we can touch base about it when there's time. Now, do I want to put a module on this thing? Where's the
yeah, sure, unless you wanted to stream it. In this case, we can delay that.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it's. We'll see what other options there are when we do get to streaming, but. Delivery. Are these the new ones? Family heirloom near Rexite near Hurston. To a padlocker in New Babbage. Let's do that one. Grab our call to arms. All right. Sounds like a job for our baseline Aurora Mark II. We're gonna.
Roger. 'Cause if I get on tonight, it won't be before 10.
Yeah, there definitely won't be much point in bothering that for tonight anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, as it is, I'm not sure I'm gonna last
Agreed.
until 10.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's take a look at this new piece of gloriousness. Oh yeah, vaultable cockpit so you can get up on top. This is something they need to make standard on all the small ships, especially anything with top loading components. Is they need something like that, either that or a stow ladder to get up to the roof of the vehicle so that you can get any of the component access and or top weapons at a minimum. Jen. I guess on the bright side, like 2 out of the 3 here are all components that don't exist yet. We only just barely got the radars. I love that everything's labeled. That's good. That needs to be a feature on every ship ever. Like, you always gotta know where your kit is. Shield generator. Right. It's labeled, but it's really hard to see. Holy crap. There's one issue that they do seem to have is contrast. For the love of Pete, would you make sure that we can actually see stuff? Up the eye stream. Guns there. Connector for the module. VTOL fans. The other shield generator. Downward visibility. All right. Open it up. Engineering terminal would be great, you know, to be able to set presets, but we need to be able to get at presets quickly from the pilot seat. And not just, I mean, MFD selection would be one thing, but we also need some way of either setting a hotkey for a particular setting or preset, or maybe scrolling through them. Quick scroll which one you want, and then another one to activate, something like that. So decent visibility overhead, definitely good over the shoulder. Not as good off the quarters the way the old Aurora was, but or the side, but still. Not bad.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
All right. Auto unfold with the gear. But we can run it separately. Come on. Run VTOLs with wings in or out. Guns only when out. So be it. All right. Why would landing gear be deployed? We're trying to leave.
Attention pilot, you are cleared for takeoff. Earthton Dynamics thanks you.
Lance said, I snagged a Breton power plant and tucked that into my MK2. Pretty nice to have the spare power, smiley face.
I'll bet it is. Okay. Weston, I'm gonna have to assume that you're a bot. Oh dear. They said there was supposed to be minimal contact. All right. So we may have a prospector guarding the site here. Now we're going to turn down the coolers. far where it is. Definitely want extra guns. Think we're okay there. Alright, looks like we're doing a combat test with the Mark II after all. Throttle forward back. I don't think the speed limiter is actually on, so. Alright, he's coming in and got a bone in his teeth from the looks of it, so. The new armor thing, guess we get to find out how much trouble this guy's gonna end up causing. Okay, shields are down. He's gonna take damage. Stay out of his gun sights here. Should figure out a way, or how the sub-targeting works. Not doing a turret.
Shit.
He's not happy with me now, is he? Might have to try this again with the LN and see how the size ones do, because this is kind of the loadout I was used to running on the LN before they downgraded the guns when they did the gimbal change. Because they used to have, the Aurora used to have at least a couple of size 2 spots make up for the gimbals. That was a good set on there. doesn't light himself on fire here. Get back here. I'm not done with you.
Hey, how about you ease up a little?
Oh, Muffin. Be interesting to see if there's a way to take these guys down a little bit faster. Prospectors have always been kind of surprisingly tanky, so. Which I guess as a mining ship that wants to be able to survive long enough to escape pirates and whatnot, probably a good thing. Alright. There's toast. Let's go take a look at. I don't think there's going to be much to salvage from this, so. Yeah, I think he's dead, Jim. I should have been careful about how fast I was approaching that. Looks like a box or something. Lance is falling. How are you not falling before? Is that over somewhere? Is that over on Kick? Yeah, it is.
Lance said, that was on Kick, tongue sticking out.
Yeah, you should say something on Kick and then maybe I can ban you there. I mean, what? How do I... There, I think I got you. Yeah, you got a banhammer now. Congratulations. All right, so combat capability, I do not. This thing flies beautifully, so the size 4s definitely, or sorry, the size 4 size 2s definitely do their job, so liking that.
Lance said, Mr. Burns' voice, excellent. Smiley face.
Oh, really? The heirloom is a friggin' metal? I was expecting you to have to carry something here. The metal I can't put on the new Wonder Shelf. These are all set up for the parkouriness. Oops. For when these wreck sites are left on moons and whatnot. Man, when they give the cats the gold pass or rework, it's going to be interesting because they'll probably have to redo all these wreck sites again. They're not giving us like any extra Easter eggs on this, are they? They have the fire extinguisher there for decor, but you can't grab it. Yeah, not even a spare box of cargo. Okay. All right. 4 minutes. Ooh, it auto turned off my light before I got in the cockpit. That's amazing. All right, let's see here. Four minutes. Actually, that works out pretty good. I am going to...
That is
set
such an
towards-
awesome stealth edit.
I
I
know,
noticed
right?
that too, and they totally should have noted that in the patch notes somewhere.
They really should have. All right, I'm going to go on intermission, and we'll jump while I'm doing that, and hopefully we'll be back by the time we're done the jump. Back in a few. All right. Pretty good timing. Let's see here. Where's Babbage? This is landing pad locker, so I'm going to assume that there's actually a landing pad there. And not something that we have to walk to. We haven't had to do these rooftop blockers in a long time. So I'm hoping that's what this is. Does look like it. Escape for Ganja. How are you doing? Not much here. We're just I'm just trying out.
Sienna
I think
said,
it's one of the new
"Hello."
courier missions. I am so loving that it's auto turning. And testing out my Aurora Mark II, so. Oh yeah, you got the Titan? Right on. What were you upgrading from? Baseline Aurora or the Mark II? The starter kit? You just get into the game there? Alright, it's giving me no appropriate item here. Right on. I can't say as I would personally agree with trading up the Aurora for the Titan, but I can understand the reason. each their own. I'm loving the Mark II though, so. But then I've always had a aesthetic disagreement with the Titan, which is why I never upgraded to it ever before, so. Come on. Crap, where'd I put it? Alright, we're gonna turn back on.
Sienna said, how long were you gonna go for point?
I can be on in a bit here.
I wouldn't worry about it there, Sienna.
Fair enough.
Awesome. Armistice zone, so I can't use my tractor beam. That is the upshot with this starter package. The fact that you are able to get in with lifetime insurance, you will always have that insurance for whatever ship you or cross chassis upgrade into. So
Sienna said, "Oh boy."
yeah,
He already understood the game, huh?
he does. That's which is great. Great. Okay, so the item is glitched.
Sienna said, welcome
into
to the Verse Will.
shelf.
I started years ago and it's been a blast so far.
A blast for the wallet also lol.
Ain't that the truth? Okay, so even holding it, it wouldn't recognize appropriate item for the drop-off point, and trying to place it on the shelf didn't help either, because then it glitches through and we can't pick it up again. That is awesome. The yeah, as we found out yesterday, apparently the community is full of
Sienna
nice
said,
people.
the cool thing is that you don't have to spend real money to enjoy the game. Yeah, I told myself that long ago and, well, the magnetism of this game is insane, lol.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. That sounds vaguely familiar.
Sienna
well, welcome
said,
to the
Will?
verse and whatnot. As you get more familiar and want to play with more folks, you're certainly welcome to join in the antics here from time to time. You'll find, now, did I ever put a link to Woden Ventures on my Twitch? Maybe not, but you can find information if you decide to join the Discord. Yeah, as a lot of the streams that I'll do, like when folks are able to join in. Well, I mean, there's definitely places for that. We don't do a whole lot of PvP is not necessarily something I drop into too much, but there are definitely zones that warrant it. And I've definitely found it more interesting not to shy away from them necessarily, so
Sienna said, "Let's put it this way, it will skate for Ganja. You do not have to worry about shifts when playing with us, Lolo."
That's very true.
And or any type of equipment.
Yeah, and I mean, when we actually get folks together for things, yeah, it's it can be a good time when we get it, you know, half a dozen of us together, and usually we're happy to get 4, but every bit helps. If you look under my Citizen profile, you'll on Rubber Space Industries, you'll find my my org there. There you go. Wooden Ventures.
Sienna said, "Will, it's gonna be a weird question, but are you the guy I met at the laundry earlier?" LOL.
God, that would be funny. Alright, so we're not able to finish that particular mission. That's sad.
Landing gear raised.
Sienna said, landing gear lost. Imagine the cockpit voice telling you that lol.
Alright,
NVM men. I was doing laundry earlier and a guy was playing SC on his laptop and he was brand new, 2 days too. So I sat there guiding him, LOL.
While waiting on my clothes.
well, let's see if this one will work any better. Work site near Microtech.
Sienna said, haha, fair enough.
Should we go see if the Christmas tree is still up?
Sienna said, "Yay, Christmas tree."
Oh, you know what? It's probably on the other side of the Aspire Grand. Yeah, there's our problem. We need to come in from the lake side. Well, looks like nobody's been here in a minute.
Deployed.
I never actually did get out here at Christmas to go take a look, so. But yeah, this Christmas fireplace area is around pretty much year round anyway, so. You'd think being underneath the Aspire Grand it would be a little more sheltered from the elements, but did they turn off the seats? I used to be able to sit here. Huh. Okay, we got a mission to finish. Alright, well, Escape for Ganja, it's good to meet you. Have fun with your new ship.
Indicator raised.
Come on. blind jump to the Starfire site.
Bottom drive is now on. Bottom drive is now off. Shields are on.
Guessing that's the protector. It does look like we're getting movement.
Radar contact.
Yep, there he is. What do we got? Oh, a Mustang. Alright. Starter versus starter. Although Mustang was more Mark 1 competitor. We can get into a turn and burn here. Might be a little trickier to keep nose on this guy. Might not be able to maneuver him quite as easily as the Prospector. Right side is he shouldn't be quite as tanky, and if I can get an engine, they go out of control pretty good, and then he's
Shields damaged. Enemy down.
there he goes. Up goes the Mustang. Seriously, are you still moving? It is too. All right. Well. All right. Let's drop off. Hey, there's the two-hander box that we were looking for. This hopefully won't glitch through the shelf. And now we get to test out the new shells on our spanky new Mark II Aurora. Because back in the Mark I days, you just had to get into the Aurora and just stick it on the floor somewhere. But here, oh, look at that. It fits so nicely. Perfect. Alright, one problem with Open All is it opens up everything, including all the component base. Alright. Alright, this is going to be a 6-minute transit, so I'll probably use this opportunity to run another intermission. I'll be back on the other side. Catch you in a few. Alright, well, that break is over even if the transit is not. We're still probably a minute away. Actually, that might be a good time to see the oh, never mind. There we are. We'll look at that in a minute. Star Citizen or the CIG released something earlier today that seems to be hints of things to come here next month. So we'll go take a brief look at that.
Quantum drive is now off.
I don't get to go diving into Area 18 very often. Oh, there's the Area 18 low port. Into the port.
Shields. Landing gear deployed.
You got shelves on the outside here? Interesting. Okay.
Landing complete. Engines are on.
I love those shells. That's friggin' awesome. Like, this thing is so perfectly built for these courier missions. I mean, this was, you know, at the very start of the game, this is sort of the way to make your first few bucks. Aha! And that one actually registered. Hooray! Alright. Let's see, did that give us any contracts? Yo, courier. Cool. Oh no. Where's it? Wrap. Wow, there's a lot of things in here. And apparently I still have rep left over from other things. So, senior contractor with Headhunters. And also a CFP. Interesting. Apparently we need to do more courier for FTL. It's been so long since we've been able to do that, though. I don't think they've had reputation for other... Like, the courier things have been broken for so long.
Sienna said, I am so tried. I'm actually happy I ain't flying LOL.
Here we could grab both of them if we had time, but I am running out of gas, so... All right. I'm actually sure I'm going to go anywhere. Let's pop into Bajini and we'll just kind of log out there for the night, I think.
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now off. Landing gear raised. Shields are on.
Wifey says that if she finishes work early tomorrow, she'll join us on SC.
Oh, really? That'd be awesome. Hopefully, we'll be able to squeeze some time in there. One of my kids is going to be around tomorrow night. So, when it comes to making priorities, I'm sure you'll understand. You know what? I've been cruising around here and...
A
what did we
family
end up-
first indeed.
36% quantum fuel. And I've gone what was that? Hurston to Microtech and to R-Corp. That's not bad. This thing, fuel efficiency on this really isn't bad.
I kinda want to jump in for a bit with you. I don't mind gaming for 2 to 3 hours, lol.
2 to 3 hours.
Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Alright. Cold shutdown. I'm loving I mean, the Aurora was my first ship. I love my Legionnaire to death. Stop pointing.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
The Aurora would forever be your first girl.
Well, that's
It's
kind
like
of the
me
thing,
with the
yeah.
Titan.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm never giving up my LN. Even though I've also gotten myself an SC because the SC does what I was always gonna get my. I was always gonna edit my LN to do that. There used to be a thing where you could take if you had a CL version, you could take the 6 SCU.
I went with the
cargo
Titan
rack.
pack back in the days. I think because it contained SQ-42, while the Aurora pack didn't.
Yeah, I guess that'd be fair. I just never liked the look of the Titan, but that's just me. It reminded me of a particular ship toy thing from when I was a kid. I know, kind of weird. What are they doing with the helmet? So it's still registered as on me, even though it's clipped to the back. Alright, cool. Why is this not giving me food? It is.
From the day I started SC to now, few this game comes from far.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely a very different game now than what it would have been once upon a time. Aren't you chatty?
Hey, what's up?
All right. Get out to menus here. There's no point in doing hydration and stuff and then leaving the avatar to. Age up. Okay. See what we got about what's going on in the verse. Special news report. Oh. Maybe I should put the volume on. This may or may not be nice. So check your earmuffs here.
This is James
Oh, way too loud. Way too loud.
Newsflash. Footage has emerged of Drake's CEO and Arden stirring up controversy. This is James Harriman with a breaking SSN CATV newsflash. Footage has emerged of Drake's CEO and Arden stirring up controversy yet again.
United? Yeah, okay. It's real funny how those UEE shills suddenly had urgent business back in Saul. So yeah, Drake stepped in. Someone had to. For the people, remember?
This time he's taking aim at the UEE and Invictus Launch Week's abrupt retreat to Saul.
And hey, we're proud, real proud, to welcome all manufacturers. No hidden agenda, no glossy bait. Even if a certain heavily armored silhouette just happens to overshadow the ironclad, that's not the point.
According to the divisive CEO, DefenseCon 2956 will be going ahead bigger than ever, with a full roster of manufacturers previously scheduled to be at Invictus.
This is for the independents, the haulers, the homesteaders, the freelancers, the ones who don't get flyovers. So yeah, DefenseCon will show them how it's really done. And hey, the UEE is always welcome too.
Will DefenseCon truly deliver for the everyday heroes of the system on this unprecedented scale? Stay tuned. This is James Harriman, signing off.
There's some bit at the end there would be interesting to see if we can dig into the audio enough to find out what he trailed off saying when
Stay tuned, Purple.
the new or Harriman decides to jump in on top of everything. Now
Freely scheduled to.
Of course, they put out the map for the DefenseCon. And we also got a preview of the schedule. Certainly got the days there. Or dates. So 14th to 27th. Kicking off with Drake. Ending with Anvil. Everybody else in between. And then there's been a bunch of speculation about the map. What people think they say, including a couple names that aren't necessarily familiar. But yeah, as was teased at what was it, at CitizenCon or shortly after? Yeah, it was afterwards. It was with the ship team. I think right after the Perseus was introduced. They teased that the battlecruiser concept was going to be, if not revealed or made available, that more information would be coming at Invictus. So yeah, battlecruiser Anvil build, named Odin, and then there's some discussions about.
By that they mean get your wallets ready.
Yeah, damn right, get your wallets ready, right? And then there's a Misk, I think, did they say Starlight? But there was a Misk teaser in today's weekly update with a chair that I think looked Misky and said fill her up. So the supposition is that Misk is bringing in another refueler, but in a smaller
Isn't it the
category.
next variant of the Starlancer line?
Starlancer? No, because then they would call it Starlancer Fuel or something. The Starlancer and the Starfarer, I think, are both in a semi-similar size category. So I think the idea, or people are estimating that the new Misk entry will be a refueler, but a much smaller size. Kind of like how they've started doing industry starters with the Salvation and the Golem. And then, of course, we're getting the Ironclads. And we're getting... There's some discussion about a Drake Pitbull that's on the floor over here. And then the other thing that they were talking about was sharks with laser beams. And so everyone seems to figure it's a Hammerhead variant. It certainly wouldn't do to put out a new Aegis ship.
The Starlancer BLD?
Starlancer, but no, we're not getting the build until base building comes in. But they are, this thing is Tiburon or something, this new Aegis ship. And CIG has said it's related to the Hammerhead, but that might be related in the same way that I'm not even sure if the Hermes would be a good example. The Hermes and Apollo bunch. So maybe...
Oh, I might grab an Ironclad Assault on November, LOL.
You're going to be doing a lot of things in November from the sounds of it, Sienna. But yeah, so a lot of folks have figured it's just a Hammerhead with lasers. Well, the turrets are sucking so bad still. I'm not sure that would be all that useful. Sharks with lasers, like if you finish out that sentence of lasers
I'm
on
just
its
holding
head.
off because want to see how the galaxy comes to.
I kind of wonder if it's not... I mean, it might be related to the Hammerhead in that it's roughly the same size. It's Aegis. Maybe certainly the kit would be related. A lot of the back end, like the engines and power plant and whatnot might be there. But it'd be interesting to see if they... I'm kind of wondering if they don't make a different shark rather than a Hammerhead. With at least a differing front end. And if it's going to be lasers, it'd be interesting to see if they decide to take the spinal mount beam weapon from the Idris, not that one specifically, but a accordingly sized one for a spinal mount on a large ship like a Hammerhead sized ship, and rework the front end. To make it into a beam ship, probably a capital ship hunter. So that's one of the things about the Hammerhead's supposed to be anti-fighter. The Perseus is supposed to be anti-gunship and large ship, not necessarily anti-capital in terms of how it's intended, theoretically. I think it probably does that role actually fairly well, but it's supposed to be able to do it in numbers too, right? That's the other thing that people forget, was they're trying to one-off an Idris. But anyway, I really should do the fleet tactics video at some point when I have time. Anyway, so yeah, I think it'll be hilarious if it is a shark with the laser beam on its head, and if I ever get a hold of one, I am naming it Ill-Tempered Sea Bass. Because I think that would be hilarious. So yeah, that's a large, a starter, a vehicle, probably 2 ironclads. Debatable whether or not the command module will be its own.
Percy is classified as a subcapital ship destroyer.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's subcapital, i.e., large ships, right? Like it makes sense in terms of it hunting down the Vandal equivalent of the Hammerheads, right? Because the Hammerhead should have no real defense against the Perseus, just like the Perseus is only modestly defended versus fighters or heavy fighters. It should be able to clean up gunships pretty easily, although I could see gunships being gunships at worst be a one-on-one. I mean, in a way, the Percy's probably classified almost as a gunship anyway. I don't know. The rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock thing isn't exactly well formed. But yeah, that it will definitely make May very interesting.
But then it also says on the brochure that, when together, Perseus ships are capable of destroying capital class ships.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything ganged up hard enough can do so. May is going to be interesting. We'll can definitely say that, I think. All right. I'm not going to bother going over, I think, the Aurora Mark II, the Mark I Celebration piece. Might do it offline or as a separate video or something if I
You know
have
what
time,
this
but-
means though, right? Since Battlecruiser is coming, they're gonna release more ship to tackle it, hee hee.
I mean, take my money. I know. Well, I mean, that might be what the Tiburon is about, right? If it's, I mean, it'll drive a lot of players nuts that, you know, there's this massive spinal mount thing that's going to make it that much more powerful, and it's going to be in the hands of a pilot, right? We thought people soloing Idrises were bad with their.
Well, they need to release at least one Percy-like ship that can tackle a battle cruiser, lol.
Oh, like you said, the mini Perseus going after the battle cruiser.
Idris was designed
right?
for Navy size. Battlecruiser is like way bigger than.
The Idris is like a 400 or 500 year old
Jeffy.
ship though. And the part of the other problem is trying to figure, like, there's 1,000 years of history for what ships went where. Even if you take a look at Squadron 42, the battlecruiser, if it's going to be a new release from Anvil, it will not have been present at the Battle of Vega and in Squadron 42, right? If the Tiburon is in any way related to Aegis, it's very possible that they could retcon that into the Battle of Vega. and that shouldn't be too much of an issue. The thing is that a lot of the ships, the initial fleet and some of the holdovers, like the Idris and the Perseus, I think were originally built for the Tavaran Wars or shortly thereafter. And then in the last 400 years, they're mostly, I think they're mostly
TBH,
set up for...
I'm just looking forward to what is coming at this point.
They've been mostly set up to try and deal with the Vandal or for standing off against the Xi'an, possibly, right? Human-to-human engagements seem to be Navy versus pirate groups and whatnot. So you have a very different setup there, right? In that pirates tend to run converted civi or adopted militia pattern vehicles, you know. And their whole thing will generally be to strike where the UEE isn't looking. So they're not set up to go toe-to-toe on a massive line battle in a symmetric fashion. So a lot of the larger UEE ships would be far too big and expensive for a lot of anti-piracy stuff, right? Like a Javi-centered task group should be more than enough to deal with them most of the time. Using something like a battle cruiser or Bengal as a centerpiece would be drastic overkill. So anyway, may will be interesting. I just wanted to put out a couple predictions there, because so far all my ones from CitizenCon have been pretty bang on. These ones are far more nebulous, right? I really don't know what they're going to do with the Tiburon.
Yeah, indeed. All right, I'm sorry, but I gotta head out. Thanks for the stream and conversation. Ping me for tomorrow.
All right, see ya. You have yourself a good night. Nice store bundle. The paint for the L22 Alpha Wolf looks like a friggin' Cylon front. That's amazing. Yeah, Captains of Industry event carries on until 4th of May. 4-8 should be hitting PTU. I'm not sure they're gonna do any. Let's see what they. Did they say anything? Friday, no updates. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see any. They did not release a PTU again today. I guess it didn't value. UTV, I haven't gotten out to check on it. Looks fine. Definitely a good LTI token, along with the Aurora Mark II, because both of them are 40 for 45. Actually, there's quite a few. Quite a few good CCU things or bonds going on. Hull B, hopefully you grabbed some before they went. Hull E, $75 off, so it's 75 down to a Carrack, so if that's 50%. And then you're not dependent on any of the erosion from concept ships going higher. C2 on War Bond, $40 off on that. Prospector, $10 off. RAF 15 and the Valkyrie 25. Oh yeah, and the Alpha Wolf $10 off, 120 down to 110. As a CCU, which it didn't do when it first released, but that's kind of nice. So there's definitely a lot of options right now to infill some savings for the folks doing the CCU game. I just don't have time to go through the analysis on all of them. Okay. I'm going to get out of here before I fade off and whatever. I'm going to roll credits. As usual, if you're over on Twitch, hang out until the music stops and we'll raid over to somebody. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out and for the follows, discussions, etc. And we'll catch you all again very soon. Cheers.
Lance said, "Thank you for the stream, Purple. Have a good sleep.